So Dada, can you tell us a little bit about the spiritual warrior camp? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, it's a spiritual warrior camp, and we hold it every 6 months up here in this beautiful environment of the Quest Center. And it's a challenge program on all levels. We have physical competitions, we have mental challenges, and it all leads to a spiritual challenge in the overall perspective.
So now, how long does this go on for, this retreat, or whatever you call it?
It starts Friday night. People arrive Friday night, and by Sunday noon, it's over basically with collective meal at noon.
And the age range?
We above 18 years old, but if younger kids at the age of 15 and they're accompanied by their father or brother, they can come.
Is it just boys, or you have girls too?
We have some camps only for men and some combined men and women.
Oh, okay. And so, what did you say? How many days is it again?
It's just a weekend, Friday night until Sunday noon.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. And let me think. Is there anything that people should know? Is it kind of like, you guys have been around for a while, right? You were before that show that came on TV. The what is that?
Survivor?
Yeah. You guys were here before Survivor, weren't you?
Yeah, it's an old program. In fact, it's similar to Survivor in a way. You have teams that compete in different events all along this time of 2 days, basically. And the thing is that instead of surviving and voting people off, we rather see the good qualities in others. So instead of looking at what went wrong, we rather see that something that went good and try and highlight that.
Mm-hmm.
So that may be a different aspect of how we evaluate the challenges that we do. But obviously when you're under stress, bad things happen. You get your emotions come out, and your weak side does come out. So we need to deal with that.
How do you deal with that?
We analyze it, we ask the people, does it happen in other events in your life, and how do you see yourself changing that? And so after the challenge is done, we process it, and
Mm-hmm.
since we are in a group, we try to come together to get solutions in a way that helps others to cope with some of their problems.
So during the actual, going out in the field and doing the work that you do, you actually have meetings in between?
Yeah, after the event we debrief,
Mm-hmm.
and we sit together, and in between every other event, but that depends on the group, how much they want to process.
Uh-huh.
But we do that so that people don't just go through it without learning anything.
And you feed them, right? It's not like they have to go out and find their own food out in the wilderness, do they?
No, we provide everyone with adequate nutrition.
What kind of food? Is it, it's vegetarian,
We are
right?
vegetarian here, and we try to keep it that way because that's part of something we want. We don't want to kill animals unnecessarily, and also be more healthy.
So there's some kind of philosophy involved in this.
Yes. The idea is to do the least harm to living beings around you, or to just use the less evolved beings for your food.
Mm-hmm.
And we practice meditation and yoga, and that's also part of the program.
Mm-hmm.
We do it in the morning and in the evening, and instead of just relaxing and being nice as the usual meditation teaches you, we actually want to energize you while you meditate. So we do an exercise where we challenge you to really go within yourself despite whatever sounds or distractions you hear from outside. So it's a different approach that helps to really focus and be fully concentrated within yourself.
I see. So, have you had any difficulties with people like not being able to handle the situations and little breakdowns or anything?
So far, no major things. The thing is, when the groups come in, we see how much they can take, and as soon as we see it goes way too far, we change the challenge. So it's not like we push people overboard, but we had people crying, and we had different stress situations from one or the other participant, but usually it went very well.
So yeah, they get to challenge themselves and working with others and so on, and then you basically go with the flow in terms of how it ends up. If it's too difficult, you work with it, right?
Right. I mean, that's the biggest challenge for us, to design the program such that it's just right. It's not too much, not too less.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about where you do it? Like what location?
The location is here, a little adjacent to this property, and it's a log house just like this, and we have accommodation for 20 people. If more, we can also arrange that, and it's got beautiful forests around here, a little mountain, and bridges and rivers in the area, which we all use as part of course. We usually send out people on a course, and they go through different places. They find messages or obstacles in whatever kind, and they have to solve certain problems, and they don't know what's happening. It's a surprise, and it's a beautiful area to do this.
And so, like, some of the messages that you find are like some messages like yogic slokas and stuff like this.
It depends. It could be a question about a certain problem that they have to solve, or it could be to memorize a certain quote of an important person or something like that. And at the end, whatever they remember, whatever problems they solve, we make points, and so the two teams have some sort of a competition, but the actual competition happens against the team itself or for ourselves.
Within yourself?
Yeah.
That's interesting. And then at the end, what do you do? How do you finish it?
Well, we have a nice feast, a nice meal at the end, and we share each other what we learned. And the main idea is going through all this, we come out with some sort of a mission statement about something that we feel inside of us that we want to pursue in the next coming months or years, and so everyone works on something like a mission they will pursue or further in their lives. And as general evaluation, which is in a written form, so people have it for themselves and can go on in their lives with maybe a different perspective about things and about themselves.
And what is the fee? For this?
The price, the current, what we charge is $100 for the weekend. We give discounts for students.
Wow, $100.
Yeah.
And that includes food and
Food,
lodging?
staying here, everything, the whole program, the whole weekend.
And where do people sleep?
Well, we have bunk beds.
In a log cabin like this?
Yeah, the same log cabin as it's here, and we have bunk beds, 3 rooms with like 6 beds in each, so that's like the accommodation we have here.
So you don't, like, if people want to have tents, do you allow that or not?
Sure, yeah. We if it's more than 20, people usually bring their tents, and we have them sleep in their tents.
That's cool. What else? Anything else you'd like to say?
Well, I just want to invite you to see the website www.innersports.org. The basics of the program are mentioned there, and also more details about the Quest Center. It's a really nice place. If you have a similar activity or you want to come out with a group, a small group of 20, we can rent the place and provide accommodation and food as well, vegetarian food.
That's an incredible deal.
Whole range of other programs too that we run here, meditation programs, yoga programs, kung fu and tai chi. And in the summertime we also have in what you call people who stay here for a month and help in the activities, help in the gardening,
Oh, like a work program kind of
Right.
thing?
Kind of internship, that's the word.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's exciting.
right now we're harvesting a lot of tomatoes out here and process it.
So you're constantly doing working and expansion on this master unit or whatever?
Sure, on this place, yeah. I mean, I travel. I'm not here so permanently. I do rafting trips, canoe trips in other areas. Mostly in Denver, we have a yearly rafting and canoeing trip.
Mm-hmm.
And I go out to other places. If you have a place and at least 10 people, I'm willing to come out and run this same program somewhere else.
And you're a yoga instructor, aren't you, Dada?
I'm a yoga monk, and I'm teaching since the last 16 years. I have been volunteering in Africa for a number of years, and so I'm very excited with this new program that I've developed here in conjunction with a lot of our members.
And Dada, do you also teach like asanas, like yoga postures?
Yeah, we do give personal instruction in yoga postures and meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone is interested, that's what
They can
what I
contact
teach.
you?
You can contact me through the website or through the email or through phone.
Okay. Now at the spiritual warrior camp, do they also do you teach the yoga and the kung fu, or is that separate?
Yeah, that's included, but it's not like the main program. The main program is really to energize you and get the warrior energy going in yourself.
Mm.
I mean, the term warrior is more meant in a spiritual way. It's not like a soldier that fights and kills. It's more that we develop a certain strength and power within ourselves to overcome internal difficulties, and we develop that, I should say, the energy within the Shakti.
That's great. Well, thanks, Dada. I plan on coming.
Oh, great.
Take care.